What do you get when you mix grief with guns? And a guy who really, really loves his dog? You get John Wick. Today, we're diving into one of the most relentless, stylized, and oddly heartfelt action franchises of the modern era. From a stolen car to a war against an ancient assassin Illuminati, this is the John Wick saga. Across 4 movies, John Wick has gone from a man mourning his wife and dog to the guy you send to kill the boogeyman. We're breaking down all 4 chapters. The highs, the headshots, and yes, the pencil. John Wick opens with a gut punch. A man mourning his wife, only to have the final gift she left him, a puppy named Daisy, taken from him in the worst way possible. Right at the gate, this movie hooks you, emotionally and visually. The silent grieving scenes, him just chilling, and then BAM! Car thieves mess with the wrong dude, and we're off to the races. And let's take a moment for that crime boss dad monologue. You stole John Wick's car and killed his dog? The fear in his voice, Oscar worthy. Keanu Reeves does almost all his own stunts, which means you're not just watching an action movie, you're watching a man actually do Brazilian jiu-jitsu in a tailored suit. The fight scenes are crisp, clean, and brutal, like if ballet had bullets. Next, the Continental is introduced. A hotel for assassins with rules, coins, and impeccable customer service. Need a corpse cleaned up? Concierge will handle it. And let's not forget when someone broke the rules and killed on Continental grounds. What happens? Immediate consequences. That's when you realize this world has laws, and they are not to be messed with. The cinematography? Chef's kiss. Every frame looks like a noir painting dipped in lead. Also, the pit bull. John saves a dog at the end, doesn't name it because clearly therapy is not an option, and walks off into the night. Criticisms? None. John Wick 1 is an 11 out of 10. Fight me if you want. Chapter 2 picks up 4 days after the first movie. John wants his car back, so naturally, he drives it through a warehouse full of mobsters like it's a battering ram. Then he makes peace and goes home. And just when he tries to rebury his past, literally rebury his gear, the marker is introduced. An unbreakable blood oath tied to the high table. World building? Off the charts. We get more about the rules, the power structures, and John's reputation gets even darker. Also, the pencil. Yes, that pencil. John gets pulled back in, fights Cassian in an incredibly tight subway duel, and runs into the Bowery King, played by Lawrence Fishburne, chewing scenery and pigeons like only he can. Next we meet Ares, the sign language assassin, who might be more terrifying because she doesn't speak. And then, bounty hunters everywhere. Like, John Wick can't even grab a hot dog without someone pulling a knife on him. And finally, he kills Santino on Continental grounds. And just like that, he's excommunicado. All services revoked. And our beloved boy, Winston, gives him 1 hour, and then every phone in New York starts ringing. Again, phenomenal cinematography, great pacing, and still not monotonous for a movie that's mostly guy shoots other guys. It stays fresh. Complaints? None. Keanu's still killing it. 12 out of 10. Chapter 3 kicks off with John injured, alone, and every assassin in New York gunning for him. So what does he do? He starts looking for some of his old hidden gear. There's also a heroic medic who literally risks excommunication to patch John up. Mid-chase. I want that kind of healthcare. Next, the adjudicator arrives. And here comes the high table's middle management. They're terrifying, efficient, and somehow always know where everyone is. Which, okay, I have questions. Like, why is there only one adjudicator? Did the rest call in sick? Then we meet Zero, fanboy ninja chef turned assassin. And Sophia, played by Halle Berry, dog lover, sharpshooter, and once again, a consistently interesting character. Next we go to John's ballet family so that he can get passage, and then we travel to Casablanca, meet the Elder, and John learns that he has to kill Winston to become free. And lose a figure, but that's not important. So he goes back to the hotel, stays loyal to the boys, and the Continental gets deconsecrated. John and Sharon go full defense mode in a bulletproof suit showdown. And just when you think it's all over,
Sorry, Jonathan. Don't see any other way.
Winston shoots John off a roof. Craziness. My only nitpick, maybe there should have been different adjudicators in different areas. And John should have definitely died from that fall. But whatever, man. It's John Wick. He's too cool to die. 10 out of 10. Still amazing. Chapter 4 takes it up a notch. Or 10. The Marquis is introduced. Fashion forward, power hungry, and biblical reference up the wazoo. Speaking of which, the religious symbolism in this movie is everywhere. This film, we get Kane, a blind assassin who's more deadly than most people with vision. We get Mr. Nobody, with a dog, a shotgun, and a pricing strategy like he's negotiating on eBay. The action scenes are operatic. There's this one bit where it's a top-down gunfight that feels like an original arcade game. And the bounty goes live via a secret radio station for assassins, because of course they have that. And eventually, John gets one final shot, a duel to win his freedom from the high table, and he takes it. At sunrise, on the steps of Sacré-Cœur. He wins, and he dies. Free. Only complaint? John gets hit by, 5 cars and walks it off like it's a minor inconvenience. Dude's got more plot armor than Frobo himself. It's not a gunfight. It's not a pencil. It's the consistency. 4 films, 0 bloat to it. Each chapter expands the world, raises the stakes, and still leaves you wanting more. The new Ballerina movie may not exceed these, but you can't deny that the John Wick universe is one of the most brilliant action franchises of all time. Bye.